Today we're going to be diving into everything Cardinals versus Jets. Already heading into week 10 and the Arizona Cardinals have an opportunity to make it 4 in a row. But let's not get too ahead of ourselves. Let's talk about what the Arizona Cardinals need to do to win this weekend. Let's get started. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another video. Definitely do me a huge favor, smack up that like button and subscribe for more Arizona Cardinals content. On this channel, we're covering the Arizona Cardinals throughout the entirety of the 2024 season, so subscribe it up. It's absolutely for free. Alright, everybody, let's go and dive right into it. Let's talk about Jets versus Cardinals. And I can't believe we're already heading into week 10. And guess what? The Cardinals are on a 3-game winning streak. And we got an opportunity to be 6-4 as long as we take care of business in this game. Now, we do have a bye week leaving this game here in week 10. So we got to make sure that we stay strong within the NFC West. So this game is absolutely a must for the Cardinals, or I guess, every game moving forward is a must, especially how tight this NFC division race currently is. But let's talk about the Jets, shall we? Right now, I feel like we're seeing the same trend with the opponents that we've seen lately, right? With the Chargers as well as the Bears. The Jets are no different. They really got a really good defense. Per Fox Sports, currently right now, they are ranked number 4 in total defense, or ranked 2 on passing defense, but there is a weakness to their defense. And guess what? Currently right now, they are ranked number 21 in rushing defense. So this might be one of those James Conner, tote the rock type of games again. Right now, the Arizona Cardinals right now ranked in terms of an offense. They are very, very good when it comes down to rushing the ball. Right now, they are ranked number 12 in total offense. Cardinals passing offense right now is at 25, which is absolutely no surprise. But guess what? They are number 7 in rushing offense. So this Arizona Cardinals identity is definitely run the ball, right? Heavy run the ball with James Conner. I've seen a bigger productivity for young running back Trey Benson, and obviously we saw that really big run here from Amari DeMarcado. So we got a 3-headed running back core right now that is not scared to tote the rock. And honestly, I'm very, very excited to see what the Arizona Cardinals is going to do against the New York Jets, because currently right now, with all the hype the Jets have had so far this year, they have not really met to the expectations that most people thought that they were going to have, right? Now, they did trade for obviously Devontae Adams, which is former wide receiver of Aaron Rodgers in the Green Bay Packers. They now reunited with the New York Jets, but currently right now in the AFC East, they are sitting at the number 2 spot at 3-6, right? Where the Bills are completely running away with that division, but they want everything in their power to try to stack up some wins to hopefully make a playoff run. Now, to me, I don't believe in the Jets personally. I feel like regardless, the Jets are going to be the Jets, and I don't think that Aaron Rodgers is that great anymore. Now, granted, we do got to give kudos to where kudos is due. In the last week, they had a very, very fantastic win against the Houston Texans, which can still potentially be a playoff team. Now, they are going through a lot of injuries in their wide receiving core currently right now, but you got to give kudos. They did have a fantastic win against the Texans, but I feel like the Cardinals are a different breed, right? We are a team that's focusing on the run game, and we don't go away from it like other teams do. Now, let's take a look at the depth chart for the New York Jets. Now, like I said, they got a really good defense on that side of the ball, right? Even if you start with the defensive line, Quinnen Williams, Vaughn Kinlaw, Will McDonald, Hassan Reddick, a really, really good defensive line back there. So I'm curious to figure out how this offensive line for the Cardinals is going to be able to shake out. Now, we have heard that Jonah Williams, which is the right tackle for the Cardinals, he's going to be making his appearance soon. If I'm going to put some money down, I probably won't say it's going to be against this game in the Jets. I probably think it's going to be the week after. But hopefully, if he comes back, that would be actually really good. But this offensive line for the Cardinals has been holding up very, very well. And we've had a lot of injuries on the right side of the offensive line. So it's definitely good to see Kyler Murray being able to stay upright. Take a look at the rest of the defense. They got players like Sauce Gardner, CJ Mosley, right? They got names back there that's are pretty darn good names, but I want to really focus here on the offensive side of the ball, which, like I said, they haven't really met expectations, obviously, with Aaron Rodgers currently right now. He is sitting with 2,107 yards, 15 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, so that tells me that he likes to kind of throw the ball kind of recklessly, so the Cardinals could potentially get another turnover there. They got a very good running back in Breece Hall, but I almost kind of feel like they don't commit to the run very often, and they want to make this offense run through Aaron Rodgers, which could be a benefit to the Cardinals, right? Because what I've noticed is that if there's a team that commits to the run and they notice that the Cardinals can't stop it, then I think there's one of those things where it almost kind of goes to the favor of that opposing team. But too many times did we see a lot of people abandon the run and the Cardinals continue the run, and if it works, it works, right? But Breece Hall is a very, very good running back, and they also got a really young, talented kid that they just drafted this year in Braylon Allen. So curious to figure out how the Cardinals are going to be able to stop that run game, but their wide receiving core is very, very good, right? Obviously, with Garrett Wilson as well as Devontae Adams. They also got Xavier Gibson as well, so they got a really good offense in terms of weapons. But I think what the Cardinals need to do in order to win this game is commit to the run and don't stop the run. They are actually very, very prone to not be a good run stopping team. So if we can somehow get James Conner the Rock so many times to the point where that defense is out of breath and obviously opens up play actions, and I want to see Kyler Murray use his legs a little bit more, and I would love to see Trey Benson and Amari DeMarcado as well. That should be the main focus on how the Cardinals are going to be able to defeat the Jets, because I do think that if they put this ball in the hand of Aaron Rodgers, and although I did say he's not the Aaron Rodgers that we once knew, still a serviceable quarterback back there, and he can win you games. But if we can get into the head here of Aaron Rodgers, we might be dealing in a situation where, hey, we might be able to sack him with newly acquired weapon here in Baron Browning, and I'm hoping he starts this week. Right now, it's not for certain that he is, and even if he does, he's probably going to be very limited in terms of the snaps he gets, but as of right now, TBD on if he is even going to play versus the Jets. But I'm very, very excited to see what the Cardinals are going to be able to do versus the Jets, because there's so much implications that happens in this game, right? A potential 6-4 start into the bye week and remaining at the top of the division. Now, it doesn't help that our bye week comes around and everybody's literally one win away from shooting themselves up on the top of the NFC West, but this game is absolutely pivotal for NFC West race just in general. Now, I do have all the confidence in the world that this Arizona Cardinal locker room is not too high, they're not too low, they are even keel, and I honestly do feel like this is one of the locker rooms that Jonathan Gannon has built a culture that, although they hear all the outside noise, they really focus on and hone in on this team, right? They have a team that's fighting for Jonathan Gannon, and although I might have heard people say this might be a trap game for the Arizona Cardinals, I have all the faith in the world that this Arizona Cardinals team is going to be as locked in as they possibly can, because I can be listening to the sports betting books out there saying that the Cardinals currently right now are a 1-point favorite, right? So this is still going to be the Cardinals organization that is still undermanned in most people's eyes, right? One thing that we will say is that this defense is fighting very, very hard for Nick Rallis and Jonathan Gannon, and this whole team is fighting for each other, and that's exactly what you would like to see. So what the Cardinals need to do to win this game: run the ball down their throats, keep Aaron Rodgers on the sidelines and force him to make a turnover or two, and have them abandon their run game in Breece Hall, and I feel like this game can be attainable here for the Cardinals. Now, one thing I would also love to see, although I did say run heavy, you got to get that passing game going, right? See maybe 200 yards and potentially maybe making a design run with his own legs, because that will just bring another level of dynamic to this offense that we haven't seen in a consistent basis. Right now, we've seen some flashes from the Arizona Cardinal offense. The biggest thing is that we are very inconsistent with the passing game. What we do very well is the run game, right? So if we can get that run game to work, we can definitely have a lot of defensive players obviously committing to the run, and then of course having Kyler Murray throw the ball deep down to either Trey McBride, Marvin Harrison Jr., or Michael Wilson. So I really do like this matchup here with the New York Jets. Obviously, no game is going to be easy. I get it, their record is not as good as ours, but at the end of the day, I don't think that this Arizona Cardinal team is looking at this New York Giants as an easy win, as they shouldn't. Any given Sunday, week in and week out, and they need to come out and play all 60 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, what are your thoughts here on Jets versus Cardinals heading into week 10? Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate y'all for tuning in as always. Have a great rest of your day, and go Cardinals.